Today's topic is...
finding your standard.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to Waypan. I'm Cal.
I'm Sunny.
When it comes to painting and when it comes to commissioning, we have 3 standards that we do for painting.
And they are tabletop, character level, and showcase.
When it comes to painting, it is a lot like business. You've got the business triangle. You can either pick fast, good, or cheap.
If you want it done quickly and at a low cost, expect low quality. Done quickly and high quality, expect it to be expensive. High quality at low cost, just know that it's going to take a while.
However, with our standards, they're much more personalized. Tabletop is...
everything is readable on the model.
Take a look at this monochromatic model. Now, some people have the 3 color rule. This is below tabletop according to them. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't even, I don't even have words.
So using the criteria of using minimum 3 colors doesn't apply to just saying that something is tabletop. So that's why we say that just making sure that all your parts are readable. Like for example, on your belt, you've got pouches, you've got a knife. You didn't paint all 3 of them in the same color, and you can tell each element
or at least you know that the knife looks like a knife, the belt looks like a belt, and the gun looks like a gun.
Exactly. Just make sure they're readable. And it doesn't matter whether or not it's edge highlighted or whatever, as long as each thing is readable.
Character level is?
Your personal standard best.
Okay, we better explain that a little.
It's you painting to your best without pushing yourself.
So, for example, you might try 1 or 2 new techniques, but for the most part, you're just happily painting away. You're not thinking about it. You're not conscious with it. You're just painting.
Yeah, and you're just reaching a standard that you're happy with.
Which is hopefully beyond just readable. And finally, showcase is...
you pulling out all the stops. You're learning new techniques, like for example, non-metallic metal techniques to get the best quality result you can.
Or perfecting techniques that you've been having trouble with. Whatever it is, it's you pushing beyond any of your regular abilities. In other words, you will be consciously painting for a great deal of this time.
These standards should be personal to you. They're not guided by some strict code of conduct or anything like that. You should be able to adopt this and know where the lines are for yourself.
Yeah, we're not talking about everything has to be highlighted to a certain level, or everything has to have at least 3 colors and so on. It's all about your level and where you are at each of those levels. Sunny, why is it important to have these 3 personal levels?
Some of the times people come into the hobby not really knowing what they're getting themselves into. They'll just be, most of the times when it comes to painting, they'll just grab a few colors and have a go at it.
Yeah, and I think that is the best thing about new painters. They just have a go. However, once you get into painting, you start to fall into some habits, and a lot of them are bad.
However, we think that so long as you're aware of your goals, you should be able to use the appropriate standard for the job.
For example, if you're using painting as a form of meditation, trying to get into that flow state, I think that you should just be painting character level forever. You shouldn't be pushing yourself beyond your standard. You shouldn't be hurrying yourself. You should just be painting and going into that flow state.
On that same note, if you're looking to paint up an entire army, taking your own sweet time might not help you meet your goals.
Especially if you're putting all of your time into this one model and you've got 3 days until the tournament arrives. You need to get those 2 squads done. Focus on getting the 2 squads done and just get them to the minimum possible standard you can.
Yes, the most important thing is that you need to be able to identify when you should be placing limits on yourself and when you should be breaking them.
When you should always be breaking your limits is when it comes to competitions. You should always be painting at showcase level. And remember what we said, it's not just showcase as in you have to reach the golden demon standard. No, it's you beating your personal best. And Sunny, why are we talking about this now?
We just almost completed 3 projects. One is a tabletop one is a character level, and the other is a showcase model. We were paid to do some Blood Bowl extras at tabletop level, a Shattered Point box set at tabletop with some character level models, and a Greater Demon to showcase level.
So, how did that Star Wars Shatterpoint box end up?
We ended up probably making them all character level.
Yeah, and I can't really blame you for that. You you were mostly doing the miniatures, I was doing the buildings, and I think I sort of started the trend,
Yeah,
didn't I?
I think the thing was that this was a commission for a friend, and they wanted to gift this as a present to one of their kids, and we sort of put our heart and soul into it, and then we went past the limit that we were supposed to.
We're not telling you these standards because we think that we're above you. We think that we're at the exact same place that you are, and you're going to make similar mistakes to us. You're going to get a little too passionate. You're going to wear yourself out.
Yeah. What we're trying to say is learn from our mistakes.
What we are saying is that you should take a look at the project you're doing and put the appropriate amount of effort into it. Because if you burn yourself out or if you hype yourself up, neither is really that great for you.
And you'll find that you've not met the expectations that you put on yourself. You might have put them too high, and then you'll just feel disappointed and stop painting, which is the last thing we want.
Exactly. Now, Sunny, I think we've said all that we can on this episode.
I think it's time to say...
Keep those brushes wet. Bye-bye. Alright, Sonny, I think it's time for me to start the Lion Primarch with the 6 blade guard, each of them representing one of the hexagram... Yeah?
How many commissions do we have left?
5?
Yeah, so the answer is...
Yes! Alright, the blade guard, they're gonna...